Hello and welcome to Chaotic Riff TV. My name is Jason JROCK Houston, and yes, I am the voice and now the face of both Chaotic Riff Magazine and Chaotic Riff TV. Let me tell you, we really enjoyed doing these Chaotic Riff TV, and it's been a lot of fun. I just want to highlight a couple of interviews we've done so far. I just did a great interview just last night that's going to be airing in like a day or so. With T.D. Clark, a great guitar player, great. Many people think of him as a shredder type guitar player, but let me tell you, he's much more than a shredder. He plays with great melody. He plays with great passion. He's one of those guys that he's a great songwriter too. I mean, he's more about writing for the song, not so much of a show off. And let me tell you, what made the interview so much fun is, yeah, first of all, it's video, so it makes it a little more fun to watch it. But let me tell you, T.D. Clark, he brought his guitar with him, okay? And he played some riffs, and we talked about a whole truckload of things. And let me tell you, it was just, but it was more than just your typical interview. It was more than just two guys talking. I really dug that he brought his guitar. That was something he didn't even tell me he was going to do. And it made the interview that much more fun, and I really dig stuff like that. He really friendly and down to earth, And another recent interview I did that I really enjoyed was with Tesla drummer Steve Brown. Now, I got to tell you kind of a backstory to that. It took a while just getting the interview set up because initially when I first contacted Steve about doing the interview, he agreed to do the interview, but then he contacted me back, said, you know what, I had to talk to the band and see if I could do the interview, and I don't know if it's a good time to do the interview because I'm not an official member of the band just yet. I've been touring with the band for a while now, but nothing's really official at this point. They want to make some kind of announcement about Troy Lucetta, and what his status is in the band. And then about a week or two later, after Steve had told me that, I was kind of bummed, and I thought, well, okay, we'll be patient, and we'll wait to get the interview, when the right time, comes. And then I'd seen that Brian Wheat, the bass player from Tesla, he'd done another interview on another website, and he kind of let the cat out of the bag that Troy was no longer in the band, and Steve was now the band's kind of official drummer. And so I contacted Steve again. I said, okay, well, yeah, I seen that interview Brian did, and so I got the okay from the guys. It's okay to for me to start doing interviews now, and saying that I'm a member of Tesla. And it was just a real fun interview. First time I'd ever interviewed Steve Brown. It was great getting to talk to him because in the past I've interviewed Tommy Skeel, the original guitar player. He's been out of the band though for a number of years. I also interviewed Dave Rude. He's the guy that replaced Tommy. So this was a third member of Tesla that I've had the opportunity to interview. And I think part of the reason it was so fun is that not only was Steve such a friendly, down-to-earth guy, but I tell you, I just loved his energy. He was so easy, like talking to one of your best friends, or somebody you've known for years. He wasn't on any kind of rock star trip. He was just a nice guy. And it's one of those stories when you meet somebody like that, it's nice to see a guy like Steve Brown kind of finally be living the rock and roll dream and living one. I'm sure he's been striving to do for many years. But the interesting thing, talking to Steve, found out that he's played with Leonard Skinner and a couple other bands. So this is not the first thing he's done. It's probably one of the more higher profile gigs, but I tell you, just great talking to Steve. And Steve mentioned to me that Tesla's going to be dropping a live album, around Memorial Day. So I asked him when that comes out, I'd like to have him back and we can talk about that. He said, sure thing. So, look forward to that. And the other thing I should say about the Steve Brown interview that was a lot of fun was, and we really didn't expect this to happen, but it got picked up by Blabbermouth of all places. And over 600 people have checked out the interview, which for our little site, that's quite an accomplishment. I want to again tip my hat to Mr. Steve Brown because Steve Brown Since we've launched JROCK TV in January of 2023, we started doing these video style interviews. That interview has been the most popular, most most popular interview on our site of these video interviews. So, and we thank everybody else that's done an interview. I'm scheduling new interviews daily. In fact, a couple I have coming up that Robbie Lochner from Jack Russell's Great White. I just confirmed an interview with him for next week. So be on the lookout for that. I've interviewed Robbie a number of times, and he's always a fun guy to talk to, super talented. He's like become Jack Russell's right-hand man. And so I love talking to Robbie. And the thing about him, not only is he, a great guitar player in Jack Russell's Great White, but I urge you guys to go on Robbie Lochner's YouTube page, check him out on Facebook. Because you know what? Super talented guy. Robbie's one of those guys, not only is he a great guitar, great singer and songwriter in his own right. He's posted many solo tracks on his YouTube page. You check some of those out also. You go over to his Facebook page. So go and check out Robbie Lochner. And like I said, that interview will be doing next week. I was supposed to do an interview with Nick Ross, who I've interviewed before. Last time I interviewed Nick Ross, he was the guitar player in Bullet Boys, but the last 2 years he's been in Gene Loves Jezebel. Something came up and we've had to reschedule the interview, but it looks like we'll be doing that sometime next week. So I just want to thank everyone again for checking out all the new JROCK TV interviews, and we'll be seeing you again real soon. So thanks and keep on rocking. We love you all. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.